Hey guys, this video as promised is everything you need to take your dog around Europe. So this was my first time and I can tell you now some tips to make sure that you don't have a nightmare like I did. And to be fair, this was just on the way home. On the way there was absolutely fine. So first things first, your dog needs to be microchipped. That should be pretty simple. I'm sure most, like 99.9% of your dogs are microchipped. If not, go to the vets and they'll be able to help you straight away with that. The second thing was the rabies vaccination. This cost me £60. Now my vets are in Hereford. Might cost you more depending on where you're based in the UK or the US or wherever you are in Europe. So she needed to have this at least 21 days before travel and it's valid for 12 months. She also needed an AHC, which is the Animal Health Certificate. This is instead of the pet passport. I was kind of gutted because I would have loved Wynn to have a passport with a picture on. I don't even think they had pictures, but you know, I think it would have just been hilarious. So that certification cost me £129 and you need that to be issued by your vet within 10 days of travel. The tick and tapeworm treatment. Now this isn't compulsory. The tapeworm treatment is for Ireland, Finland and Malta. If you want to go into those countries, you need to make sure that your dog has had tapeworm treatment. Again, ask your vets. They will tell you everything you need. But I did give Winnie the tick and tapeworm treatment because in Europe there are some really bad ticks apparently, and I obviously wanted to protect Winnie. I'm sure you want to protect your dog as well, so just make sure they're up to date. Now this is where we had complications and it was pretty stressful, so please just make note here. To get back into the UK, your dog needs to be given a tapeworm treatment by a vet. Now you can plan this before you head there, so if it just needs to be done maximum 5 days prior to you coming back, and you need to have that in their system for 24 hours. Even if it's 22 hours and it's time stamped, you're not getting on that ferry, so make sure you have had 24 hours time to make sure your dog has had the tapeworm treatment. So an hour away from Calais is where we went to the vets. It cost £57, which wasn't too bad at all. The problem is they didn't add this information onto the health certificate. They just added it into the vaccination card, which meant that it was just a nightmare for us. We couldn't get on the ferry. There was to be honest, there was huge miscommunication with the company that we were traveling with and the vet issue combined. It was absolute chaos. Please make sure that when you go to the vets, that vet's abroad, that you have them timestamp it because the vets didn't timestamp it for us. And number two, it is on the health certification card. That's everything that you need to know. It's really simple actually. As long as you know what you're doing, you're all good to go. I hope this is helpful. And if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments.